he does excellent work with weaponry and armor, and I'm sure he would appreciate your help in having that shipment recovered.
Well, it doesn't sound too difficult. So I suppose we could do that before we went out for the Kobolds. What say you, party?
I say the Kobolds need to die. And especially if we can make some coin.
You are the dragon.
Could I have actually pulled one of these posters down with me as well? That bears all the information that we need.
You actually didn't say you did.
Well, I will go back on our way out, and I will stop by. Well, actually, you said that there were, he was saying that there's posters everywhere. So the next time we pass by one, I will pull several of them down and be ready.
Sounds good.
She wants one of the dwarves to visit, that's for sure.
It never ends well.
She's probably an evil succubus in disguise.
Have you had to make any rolls yet? Or has he been doing them in secret? You don't know yet.
I have my own set of dice. Not all my rolls will appear on screen. Anyway, the group has finished eating. You still have probably a half hour, 45 minutes of daylight left. What is the group going to do?
Should we... Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Perhaps we should go over to the blacksmith and see what exactly is happening, and then do the job tomorrow.
If I may, is it possible for me to split from the group to make my own investigation? Because I kind of have an idea about something to do, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to leave the group. Just temporarily.
You absolutely can leave the group. I have to warn you, in this area of town, a lone traveler has a very high possibility of being robbed. But you are more than welcome to wander off for a short period of time.
So basically that means... I dare you.
He's going to come back to the party with no clothes or pants on, with nothing on, including underwear. It's like, guys, can you loan me some silver?
That's too good.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
He ended up at the Lucky Gnome Tap House, and the robbers in training took care of him. Oh. No, if you want to
he ended
go
up
off
at
on your own for a little bit.
Did he end up... Is there a Blue Oyster Bar in this town by chance?
No, but there is a Hooters.
Nice.
Of course,
everything here in this town is necessary, including what destroys you.
Although all the women at Hooters are dwarves.
Pass.
Well, obviously.
So the fighter's on his way over to Hooters.
Another question, if I may. What is the distance between my current location and the Lucky Gnome Tap House?
I'm streetwise. I probably know that it's a bad idea to go out alone.
Lucky Gnome is at 28.
Oddly enough, the wizard is indeed streetwise, with +5.
It's about... Lucky Gnome would be about halfway back to the bridge.
You know what? It can wait until morning, so I'll just go with the party for now.
How far is the blacksmith?
Simon says
Simon
Teledorthans
says.
is about 100 feet down the road.
Ah, that'll make for excellent timing. Perhaps we can even do something else after. Will anyone come with me?
I'll head to the blacksmith.
Yeah, we can all go to the blacksmith. That's fine.
Blacksmith sounds fine.
So I'm thinking if we're gonna leave, we're probably gonna have an encounter with the river rats. That's what I'm thinking. Because it is
You
probably
are
close to
leaving
dark
number
now.
23, the Blue Moon Alehouse. Teledorthan's Arms is number 24, right straight down the road. It is run by the dwarf Teledorthan Ironhughes, and he is the town's weaponsmith and armorer. He spends his time trading stories with his customers with a pipe clenched in his teeth, while his apprentices, 2 of them who are his sons, do the work. Make no mistake, Teledorthan is a master armorer, and under his supervision his apprentices turn out work for exceptional quality. Teledorthan has a stock of just about any mundane weapon or armor found in any store, although this says Player's Handbook.
I have a question. How decent is mine? How decent is my weapon? My sword and dagger?
That's a good picture. I like that dragon.
It's excellent quality. There are no bonuses on it at level 1. Nobody will have any pluses to attacks or damage at this point. He would be more than willing to sell you a masterwork weapon if you have the gold, which I'll tell you right now, you don't.
Unless something goes missing from the crate.
I'll tell you right now, you don't have it.
You may find lots of things.
I love it. You
He
simply don't have it.
is an individual who loves using hammers to do damage. And his favorite saying is, if you can drive a nail, you can kill an orc. You can drive a nail, can't you? So he's always pushing his heavy hammers. So you walk into the shop and you see the elf standing behind, or the dwarf standing behind the counter with a pipe hanging from his mouth.
Good evening, fine sir. I hear that you have a shipment that is missing.
Yes, it was supposed to be here 3 days ago, and it's overdue. Just concerned that the blasted kobolds got it.
Well, we heard from the
Kobolds
Jones
again.
brothers that you were looking for some adventurers, and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, do you know any?
Yes, we would be those people. We have come to ask for the job.
Well, you got it. I would appreciate it. The main item I'm looking for in the shipment is a piece of green dragon hide that I was supposed to make some armor out of.
I see. No wonder they took it.
I kind of...
Those kobolds worship those dragons.
I don't like to hear that.
Don't like to hear what?
He's Dragonborn.
I won't hold that against him. Dragonborn, what's your name?
My name is Jones.
Jones? Looks like you have a pretty decent weapon there. Would you like to buy a hammer?
My name is Morthos Dwarf.
Morthos, would you like to buy a heavy hammer? That's
Is it
the only
free?
thing you have there? No.
Then I do not
So-
wish to buy. Did I inquire to buy something from you, Dwarf? No, I did not. If I wish to inquire to buy something from you, then I will inquire about it. Hence, I did not inquire about it, dwarf. But I will help you find your so-called dragon flesh. But what is it worth to you? Because I know dragon flesh is worth quite a bit of money. It's worth quite a few coins.
And so is its recovery. I will give the group, if you succeed, 100 gold.
100 gold. We could probably take that and sell it somewhere else for probably 1,000 gold. Come on, dwarf.
Yes, and then of course afterwards we would have his utmost anger, and perhaps he would himself would send mercenaries after us. Would that be correct?
How could he acquire mercenaries if he's only going to pay us 100 gold for dragon hide?
Quite easily.
This is good. This is good.
If 100 gold doesn't suit you, that is fine. I will find somebody else.
We have to deal with these kobolds either way, so I suppose we could help.
Well, we'll go ahead and we will find your dragon flesh and be ready to barter when we get back to the town of Fallcrest.
Barter? I love to barter.
Obviously, you are a dwarf.
So, how long is it going to take you to find this? If you survive.
Depends on when we find the location of the den of kobolds and how long it takes you to slaughter them.
It's the Cloakwood is only about a half a day's journey from here. You follow the King's Road northwest.
I don't think
Say about
Eben was
3 days max.
expecting my Dragonborn to be that harsh
This destruction is
with
to
his
occur.
dwarf. But
and at minimum,
hey,
about one.
he
and a
asked
half
me if I
days.
needed a real weapon, which I already have a real weapon in my sword. And he also asked me, he asked me if well, he didn't ask me, but he
I
talked
won't
about
hire
dragon
anybody else
flesh.
in the
I mean,
meantime, I'll give you 2 days.
I am a Dragonborn. I would not
If you're
like
not
to
back,
hear
I'll
anything
send a
about
party
that.
out to recover your bodies.
Excellent. Thank you.
I would definitely not like to hear about dragon flesh because I am a Dragonborn. So I just.
By the way, is somebody other than Morthos going to give me a name I can associate?
Yes. My name is Ariel.
Can I ask you one thing out of context, real quick, Evan? Now, for my dragon heritage, did you pick one for me, or do I just go ahead and just choose what lineage of Dragonborn that I'm from?
David, since it's you, I'm going to let you pick.
Thanks, man. I am from Green Dragon heritage. Then
Oh,
that is
yay.
why that I was so irked when he talked about a green dragon skin. So.
Poison fog, hooray! The Dragonborn are so overpowered at higher levels as well.
Everything in 4th edition is overpowered at higher levels.
Yes,
yeah.
that is very true, but I'm talking about in general as well.
And if you were actually to get into it with Teledorthan, he would rip you a new one without any problem.
Of course he would.
But he forgave you.
He's got to see where I'm coming from. I'm a Dragonborn.
He understands. But he's not intimidated one bit.
I'm sure he's not.
He's a level 20. He's a level 20 fighter who gets 15 attacks per turn. Oh god, I could just see how that would turn out as well.
Two weapon fighting, a warhammer in each hand.
There'd be 2 hits. Him
Yes.
hitting me and me hitting the ground. That would be the only 2 hits in the
That would
fight.
most likely work. Although technically, I don't know why the DMs keep on saying that if you miss it, no matter what you get, you miss just by hitting the ground or something. Technically, if you get more than a 10, you would not be hitting the ground, but technically hitting the armor or missing because of a dodge, depending on what it is. First comes just AC of 10, then comes dodging AC, then comes the armor itself.
Yes, and I have actually played in games that had it broken down for damage being done to armor before actual physical damage, and it was such a
yes.
pain to try to keep track of.
Yes.
Rollmaster. Rollmaster.
Okay.
As well. All right. Sorry about that. Ready to go.
Y'all are finished here at Teledorthans,
Jawohl. Yes.
We are.
and what are you doing now?
And most likely either hunkering down for the night or going somewhere else if it's not far away.
I believe somebody wanted to do something. Are you willing to do it with the group?
Well, if it's sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, man. I'll ask after.
Well, I did want to visit
The Lucky Gnome?
oh yes, I
And
wanted
now
to
we have no more gear.
I wanted to maybe try to convince Kelson and the River Rats to give us a hand with this whole quest, because the way I see it, we can promise them riches from the Kobold encampment and maybe anything from the Dragon's Keep, and the way I see it, they see similar goals. Maybe they'll join up, they'll get a reward, and that'll be the end of that. Because looking at the Kobolds, they're pretty tricky, and we're still not sure if there actually is a dragon there, so it might be a bit too dangerous for just 6 of us to go. So.
No, kobolds aren't what are dangerous. What's dangerous is the amount of them. You just find one single kobold, you'll be just fine. Of course, you're a terrible fighter.
Well, it's not their strength I'm worried about, it's their cleverness.
Yes.
Like I mentioned before, they are very good with traps and such.
Yes, they are.
I just thought we might get some temporary aid on our side. I mean, I have good diplomacy, so I'm pretty sure they would at least try to listen to us. And if we have somebody with good bartering or bluff, we could maybe at least try, you know?
I have a little bit of bluff, but not much. Wait, no, I don't. Never mind. It's 0 bluff.
Only 1 in bluff here.
But then again, I had 0 nature, and look at that roll.
Yeah, you got lucky.
I don't often though either.
So, is the group going to head to the Lucky Gnome?
I got stuck with the most honest saps in the world, I swear to God.
Oh, this is so not going to end well.
As we're traveling back to our rooms in our inn, I'm trying to gather any kind of information on all of the different wanted posters, the wanted ads, any kind of commissions that are strewn throughout the boards throughout town, to find out what exactly what needs to be done.
The main one you find on the Kobolds is, of course, 2 gold piece per dead Kobold, with the right hand being proof of the Kobold's death. It also specifies that should you kill a Kobold magic user and return his implement, you will receive an additional 20 gold for the implement.
Would I
Basically,
know
the
that-
proof items, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Would I, as a basically a wielder of the magical arts, know how valuable these implements would be? Once I found it, anyways.
Absolutely, you would. The fee being paid is not necessarily for the implement, it's just a reward being given, and the implement is proof of the death. So you would not necessarily have to surrender the implement.
Excellent.
So what are you guys
It's
thinking
just
about?
it's just that they need some type of proof of the death, and the only way you can get an implement from a magic user is to kill him.
Yes. Or just trick it, or steal it.
Yeah, but how are you going to get the right hand?
You don't have to. Not with the magic user, it can be of any kobold, technically.
I think we should make a stop by Marklehay and see if we can get some kind of upfront payment for us to make this worth our while to go to the Kobold hangout. So maybe we should stop by the Moonstone Keep and let Marklehay know that we will bring him back several bags of Kobold trinkets that he requires and wishes.
Yes, that is actually what I suggested in the first place.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that. I think we should definitely go and see if there's anything that can help us or guide us and give us more incentive to do this for the town of Fallcrest. Obviously, this town doesn't have a group of heroes because if they did, then there would not be flyers up all throughout the town. So I think they are in need of a group of adventurers, and I think we fit the bill.
Yes.
I'm on board with that.
And it seems that there have been no rumors of an actual dragon approaching the city, have there? Then again, we haven't asked about that.
Can I do a streetwise check on that? See if there's rumors of any dragons locally?
Sure.
Oops, first roll was a 13. My bad.
You have not heard mention of dragons in the area. You do
Yes,
know from
Pap,
stories you
it
heard
is,
when you were younger
Lord
about
Marklehay.
how dragons used to be in this area, but after the Great Dragon War, they
Lord
sort
Warden
of
Farron
seem to have
Marklehay.
disappeared.
The Hurley boy.
And actually have not been seen for 100 years. But there are always rumors and stories from people who have traveled far off about dragons.
The Hurley boy.
You also have to remember that the nature check that was done revealed the fact that not necessarily all dragons being worshipped by kobolds are being held willingly, that they actually capture and hold them against their will.
All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, I think we should probably check out the Moonstone Keep and then get a rest and then head out bright and early in the morning and go kill some kobolds.
Let's do it.
Excellent.
Do I have a bag?
So you're going to head to number 8 Moonstone Keep?
Yeah, seems like it.
Of course you are. Moonstone Keep, the seat of Lord Warden Farron Marklehay. Moonstone Keep's an old castle that sits atop a steep-sided
It seems like it,
hill
Pap.
overlooking the town. The
Kanaja,
outer bailey
what's up, buddy?
includes barracks housing up to 60 Fallcrest guards. At any given time, about 20 or so are off duty. Other buildings in the courtyard include a stable,
Nice.
an armory, a chapel, a smithy, and several storehouses. The keep is the large D-shaped building at the top.
We actually had
Farron Marklehay
more than enough
is a
for tonight,
balding,
Kanaja.
middle-aged human with a keen mind and dry wit. He is a busy man and sees to local matters personally. So adventurers calling on
that's
him
why we're
are
heading
likely
there,
to
Pap.
wait a long time for a short interview.
That's why we're definitely
However,
going
he
there.
is eager for news from other towns.
Going to try to get a couple potions
and
of
never
healing or
turns
something
away
to
someone
aid
who
us.
brings him news or waits to see him.
Some kind of incentive for us to go there and help this town, because Fallcrest has no heroes, obviously.
I am a... Yes.
This town
Work.
has no heroes apparently, and I'll make it known that.
My
So
family
you'll-
should help. Being part of my family should help me.
Oh, we'll be starting up next week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Kanajo. So
You arrive at the keep. There's two
Well,
guards at the gate.
I started the stream this
And
week at
they ask you your
7:35, I think.
business.
So, and within like 10 minutes, we had people. So,
We are here to see Lord Markulan. Wait, God dang, I can't say his name.
the Hurley boy, Lord Hurley boy.
I can't say his name.
You mean Lord Marklehay?
Yes.
Markle, hey.
I don't know why I got tongue tied on that one.
hole.
And he directs you through the gate and says the house is to the back of the keep.
I will say thank you and continue forth to the back of the keep where the house is. If the party follows me, then okay.
Well, thanks,
As you
Leopold.
approach the house, there's a wagon sitting outside that
They are a bunch of punks,
has a
Leopold.
fairly large cover on it. Seems to be loaded with something, and
Especially
there seems
when
to
I'm
be
playing a
green
Dragonborn and the
ooze
armor
dripping
smith
out
of the
back
town is
You hear some voices coming
selling
from,
dragon
from
skin,
the house, and
or buying dragon skin to make armor.
What
two
should we roll?
humans.
Especially when it's green
gonna be loud
dragon
enough, you
skin
don't
from
need to
my
roll
kin.
anything
No,
yet.
I don't like that.
Green ooze. What should
Oh.
be rolled for that to figure out what the heck that is?
Roll a nature.
Oh God!
Sorry.
Nope. I know it's green.
And you know it stinks to high heaven. Two figures come out of the house, one of them fitting the description of Lord Marklehay, and he's talking to the other human. He says, I don't care what you say. I don't believe you. I don't think you killed that many. I don't believe it. I'll have to have somebody count them. And they walk over to the back of the wagon and lift the tarp. And on the back of the wagon are about 3 dozen reptilian right hands.
Ah, kobolds.
I kind of just laugh and say, "Ha! That's it? That's all you found?"
The one human turns to you and says, "Yeah, and they weren't even supposed to be in that area. They were to the south of town."
Seems that they're multiplying, if that is the case.
Well, you know what they say about kobolds. They multiply like rabbits. And I just kind of throw my mace up onto my shoulder.
More like dire rats. They multiply like dire rats. Well, Lord Marklehay turns back to him and said, "Yep, you gave me the right number. Come inside and I'll give you the gold pieces." And he starts back toward the house.
Yeah, I'm switching. Well, there's really not that many rolls yet. I'm switching between character sheets and stuff and reading about things there again. So I'll get it back. There it is.
And he goes into the house.
We are waiting their turn patiently.
Several minutes later, the man that was with Lord Marklehay comes out of the house, pulls the tarp back over the wagon, pulls the wagon over to one of the storehouses, and 2 workers start to unload the hands off of the back of the wagon.
Does the other man come out?
Lord Marklehay does not come back out.
No, weren't there 2 men? Did only one man come out?
Yes, the one that had brought the
Oh, so
shipment
there's
of...
one person.
Right. Lord Marklehay did not.
I go up to the door and knock.
After a few minutes, chubby
Few
lady
minutes?
opens the door and says, "Yes, may I help you?"
Yes, the Lord, please. We have a proposition for him.
Well, he's in his study right now. You can come in and have a seat. I'm sure he'll be with you in a few minutes.
We bring news from the Vale.
Tell him that Ariel is here. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but maybe it might.
I shall let my husband know.